The silence after the final whistle tells you everything you know. It is a heavy, painful sound. After two big defeats, many Birmingham City fans are asking the same question. Is Chris Davies now under real pressure? The mood has shifted quickly. It always does in football. One week you are looking up at the playoffs, the next you are looking over your shoulder. This is not just about one bad result. The optimism that filled St Andrews is being tested. The easy confidence has been replaced by difficult questions. This is the brutal reality of the Championship. It is a league that asks everything of you, every single week. There is no place to hide. Following a tough loss to Middlesbrough, the defeat at Millwall felt different. It felt heavier. It felt like a turning point for some supporters. The talk has started. On social media, on phone-ins in pubs, the debate is raging. Is now the time to panic? Or is this just a difficult patch that all teams go through? The fans are split, and the manager is right in the middle of it all. This is where a manager truly earns his money. The immediate reaction from fans was raw and emotional. Social media lit up. The timeline was a torrent of frustration and anger. For many, the Millwall defeat was the final straw. They saw a team that looked lost. They saw players who seemed confused about their roles. They pointed to tactical decisions that did not work. The hashtag calling for a change in manager began to trend among a vocal minority of supporters. They felt the team's playoff chances were slipping away. They believed swift and decisive action was needed to save the season. However, the fan base is not united in this view. Many other supporters are urging for calm and perspective. They remember where the club was just last year. They remember Chris Davies leading the team to the League One title. He delivered a record points tally. He brought winning football back to St Andrews. When a team loses heavily, the first place people look is the tactics board. The questions being asked are becoming louder. They are aimed at Chris Davies. Critics point to a perceived lack of flexibility. Is the team too predictable? Opponents now seem to have a clear idea of how Birmingham will set up. They know how to counter the team's strengths. This was obvious against Millwall. Millwall looked well prepared. They stopped Birmingham's patterns of play. When a plan is easy to read, it becomes easy to beat. Another criticism is in-game management. In recent defeats, the team struggled to change the game's flow. Substitutions came late. A quick tactical switch can shift momentum. An early substitution can shift momentum. A manager's future is never decided by the fans alone. The final decision always rests with the club's ownership and board of directors. To understand Chris Davies' position, we have to look at the bigger picture. The current board, led by Chairman Tom Wagner, appointed Davies. He was their man. He was chosen to lead the club out of League One. He was also chosen to build a foundation for the future. Sacking a manager is a significant and costly decision. Reports from within the club suggest there have been no conversations about replacing Davies. The leadership group remains firmly behind the man they appointed. They are monitoring the situation closely. The results must improve. Amidst all the noise and debate, the only thing that matters is what happens next on the pitch, you know. Chris Davies has credit in the bank, but he must act now to fix the problems. There are three urgent areas that demand his immediate attention. The first and most important is to restore defensive organisation. The team simply cannot continue to concede cheap goals and expect to win matches. First, fix the defence. This means holding their shape, communicating with each other and marking tightly at set pieces. Davies must instill a sense of solidity and pride in keeping a clean sheet. Second, manage the squad's energy. Davies must be bolder with his squad rotation. It is about using the whole squad to keep the team fresh and competitive. Third, be more proactive during games. Showing the ability to change a game from the touchline will not only help get results, but it will also restore faith among the supporters. It is amazing how quickly memories can fade in football. Just last season, Chris Davies was the toast of Birmingham. He was the architect of a brilliant promotion campaign. The club was crowned League One champions, on track for a record points tally in the division, with 95 points and several games still to play. The team won 10 home games in a row for the first time in their entire history. These are not small achievements. It shows what he is capable of. He has earned the right to some patience. The past is history. The future is all that matters now. For Chris Davies and Birmingham City, the next few games are absolutely vital, but the only real answers will be found on the grass. The upcoming fixtures will provide a clear verdict on whether this is a temporary dip or a more serious decline. They need to show a reaction. Senior players need to step up and lead by example. Their body language and their work rate in the next match will be scrutinised by every single supporter. A good win can change the entire mood around a club. That is what Birmingham City needs right now. In the end, this all comes down to one thing: results. The talk about tactics, the memory of last season, and the support of the board are all important. But in football, you are only ever as good as your next game. Chris Davies has been given a vote of confidence from the club's leadership. That gives him breathing space. It gives him the time to work on the training ground, to talk to his players, and to find the solutions. But that time is not infinite. This is the gap between ambition and reality that the manager must now close. The board is holding firm. The real pressure is coming from the stands. He needs to show them a team that is organised, that fights for every ball, and that has a clear plan to win. What do you think? Is this a short-term wobble or the start of real pressure on Chris Davies?
Please visit www.lennybunch.com and buy me a coffee. Cheers!